Welcome back. You know, it has been at the bottom of the San Diego reservoir for more than 6 decades.
This World War II dive bomber was ditched way back in 1945 after its engine failed during a practice run. Well, now it is finally being pulled to the surface. News 8's Steve Price is live at Otay Lakes with efforts to recover and restore the historic plane. Just amazing, Steve.
Oh, this is so cool, Marcella and Craig, I tell you what. And crews just wrapped up for the day. In fact, if you take a look behind me, you can see they're on the boat right there, packing up all the stuff that they were able to bring to the surface today, also checking all the gear that they had today. Now, let me focus your attention out to the barge that's in the middle of the lake, because that's where they spent several hours today out there. And you'll notice that right in front of that barge, there is that white triangle-shaped thing in the water. That is a boom that was placed there to soak up any fuel and oil that might seep out of the plane as it's brought to the surface. But rescuers aren't ready to start lifting the plane just yet. This is what the World War II fighter plane looked like before it crashed here in the Lower Otay Lake 65 years ago. But what we don't know is how the Helldiver looks today.
It crashed, right? It's hurt. It's crashed. It's injured. It's wounded, right? I mean, everybody's seen a car in a crash, right? So we don't know actually how bad the crash was.
Fishermen first spotted the plane last year on their sonar. It's taken a while for the National Aviation Museum to get the money and permits to pull it out.
Well, to me, it's very valuable because there are only 3 or 4 SB2C Helldivers in existence anywhere.
Today, divers officially started the project, vacuuming dirt out of the cockpit, off the wings, and the fuselage to try and free the plane. It's buried pretty good.
This is the sediment line of the lake bottom itself.
The divers also brought up this first piece of the plane, and what is it?
We don't know.
It came from the cockpit and still has a part number on it.
If they still have a manual of the build out of the airplane, it's just another part. Run the part number in the parts book and tell you what it is.
The plane crashed May 28, 1945 while on a training exercise. The pilot and his passenger survived, but the plane quickly sank a good 90 feet to the lake's floor.
Hopefully the plane's intact nicely. If the plane's not intact, we're going to splint it up and do what we need to do to hold it together.
And once it's out of the water, where can you see the Helldiver? A 5-hour plane ride away at the National Museum of Naval Aviation in Pensacola.
I may have a fight with the San Diego Air and Space Museum, but they're cooperating. There's no question about that.
So if everything goes as planned, the hope is that they'll get the plane out of here on Wednesday. And how cool is this? Although the pilot and his passenger have since passed away, we understand the pilot's son is coming into San Diego tomorrow so he can check out the plane. And just moments ago when they came to the dock, they brought this. They found the parachute, the original parachute in the cockpit. I'll tell you what, it is still in great shape. Doing fine. There's a lot of neat stuff on that plane. Can't wait to see what else they bring out there. We'll send it back to you, Marcella and Greg.
Yeah, a lot of buried treasures down there.
Very
Really
cool.
interesting.